These shapes are all regular polygons, meaning they all have the same size lengths and the same size angles. Find the size of the interior angle in each regular shape. So, first of all, I'm going to count my sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 6 minus 2 times 180, which is 4 times 180, which is 720. That means all my angles add up to 720, but I just want to know the size of the interior angle, so just one of them. So I've got to do 720 divided by the 6 angles I have. So 720 divided by 6 gives me 120. So each angle is 120 degrees. So look at question 2. How many sides do I got? Always start off by counting how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means I take my 10, I take away 2, and I times it by 180 to give me 8 times 180, which is 1,440. Well, I've got 1,440 as all the angles. However, I just want one interior one, so I need to divide that by the 10 angles, which gives me 144. Next one. Again, always start by counting up the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 minus 2 times 180 gives me 900. So all my angles add up to 900. However, I only want one of them, and I know I've got 7, so I need to divide it by 7. It does give me a decimal place, so I'm going to round to 2 decimal places to get 128.57. And last but not least, we have a 4-sided shape. If we take away 2 and times it by 180, we get 360. 360 divided by the 4 angles obviously gives us 90, because in this case it's a square, so all angles are 90 degrees. For this next one, it's not a regular shape. We can see all the angles are different, which means all the lengths are going to be different. But I still need to work out what do all the angles add up to before I begin. So this first will count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know it's going to be 5 minus 2 times 180. That's going to tell me what all the angles in the inside should add up to. It's 540. And then I'm going to take my 540 and minus all the angles I'm given, so minus 120, 120, 115, 85, and that leaves me with exactly 100. So my missing angle was 100. So number 2, how many sides have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 minus 2 times 180, which gives me 720. I'm going to take my 720 and now minus 90, 140, 135, 85, and 160, which gives me 110 degrees, which means my missing angle was 110. Number 3, how many sides have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 minus 2 times 180 to give me 360. 360 minus 30, 60, 25, leaves me with 245 degrees. And then last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 minus 2 times 180 tells me that all these angles should add up to 720. Then I want to take away 75, 250, 270, and 65, which leaves me with 60. So this angle here must be 60 degrees. Now we're going to work backwards here. Which regular polygons angles has a total of 1,800? Now we've got to sort of think, we've got to work backwards. If usually we take away 2, then times by 180, so we usually take away 2 from our sides, then times by 180. To work backwards, we've got to do the opposite. So if we're going to start with the total amount of angles this time, we're going to do the reverse of this, so we'll divide it by 180, which gives us 10. Then we're going to do the reverse of this, so 10 add 2, which is 12, which means our shape has 12 sides, which we call a dodecagon. And the same for this one. We're going to start with 2,700 degrees. That's what all our angles add up to. To find out how many sides it's got, we've got to do the reverse operations. So we've got to divide it by 180, which gives us 15. And we'd usually take away 2, but we're doing the reverse, so we're going to add 2. So we get 17, which we actually call a heptadecagon.